people don't know about this battle, and you've been explaining it, we've been explaining it, other people have been explaining it. You have to understand there are two sides. The one side's, God, His Son, Yahushua, Jesus Christ the Lord. The other side is Satan and mind control and soul scalping, and you get a temporary benefit, yes. A benefit meaning people pat you on the back and you get to go to a bar where everybody knows who you are, and they go, "Hey, what's happening? Here, have your favorite brew," whatever. And that lasts for 15 minutes, and then you're dead.
Yeah, well, fame and fortune entices them all. A $40 an hour paying job will bring them in. $30 an hour.
$30 an hour, $40 an hour.
That's how they're enticing a lot of these people to work in underground bases.
If you're in India, I'm sorry, not India, because they make a lot of money now per hour, but if you're in China, maybe $5 a month. Who knows what it is?
Yeah.
What the going rate is for selling out. But the point is that that's what this whole fight is about. In other words, to keep your soul intact, to keep your peace with you. And the only way you can do it is to walk with Jesus, Yahushua HaMashiach, the Lord. If you don't walk with Him, you have no way of defeating this problem.
Yeah, you have no way of overcoming their technology either. You're going to suck them to it if you don't stay focused on Him.
Oh, the technology is absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah, I've got
totally overpowering.
So much information here. I've got about 100 pages I didn't even get into tonight. I can just see I've got about 10 articles sitting here waiting to be written.
But the subject tonight was mind control, and I called in because mind control is a subject that I've looked at this from every angle, and there's always a new angle cropping up.
Yeah.
That I didn't consider. And I'm amazed with that. But then again, without a good adversary, there wouldn't be a good war.
Yeah, did you ever wonder why Satan doesn't attack the Muslims, or he doesn't attack the Buddhists or the Hindus? That's because they're already his. He's attacking the Lord's believers.
Most of the Hindus that I know, they don't really believe in any of that. They just were brought up in that culture by their parents.
Yeah, they have faith in what they've been brought up in.
The Buddhists that I know, they don't believe in any of that. They just were brought up in it by their parents.
Yeah.
The Christians who are beholden to the Benny Hinns of the world, they don't believe in Jesus or anything else. They were brought up by their parents.
Yeah.
So we have this weird, Sherry, it's a mega battle. And the reason it is because the deception is so good.
Yeah, it is good. I've been warning that for years. It's good.
Right. You said that tonight.
Yeah.
The deception is very, very good. And the problem is, with this kind of deception that we have, if you're not, I guess it would mean to say that if you're not the elect at this time in history, you may be deceived.
Yeah, well, you know what? Many are going to have to prove their loyalty at the guillotines. So many that they can't be counted. If you look at the altar in heaven, souls that are under the altar.
Those are the Tribulation saints who are coming in white raiment, and they're right around the throne. They're welcomed into the throne area, and they're very beloved. Those who die for the Lord are blessed indeed.
Yep.
What a great thing to prove your loyalty to the Lord.
I think a lot of people are going to be waking up, and when it is too late, when they will have to die for their faith. That's finally when they're going to snap out of their delusions.
Yeah, check this out. You'll say, okay, I don't believe in Jesus, right, at the last minute, right? And they take him out in the back and shoot him. Because they don't want them around.
Yeah.
So you say, oh, I love Satan, and they shoot you anyway.
Yeah.
So you're not getting out of it.
That's another thing I've been trying to bring up is all the betrayal.
Yeah.
That's going to be happening.
Because in Satanism, they'll say, oh, come on in, the weather's fine. Hey, the water's fine, come on in. You jump in there, they beat your brains out because you lose the protection of Yahweh.
Yeah, and they kill their own faster than they'll kill anybody else.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like Goodfellas. Remember Goodfellas?
Yeah.
The movie where the guy finally got in. He got in the mob, and then he took a baseball bat and beat his brains in. It's like you finally get in. Yeah, you're accepted, and they kill you. Right? They go, sucker. You gave up your protection of Jesus. Now we're going to kill you.
Yeah. People are fools.
So look, the people listening to this, they have to know one thing. There is no other way. You might as well just double your efforts to seeking the Lord, seeking the truth, and that will protect you from and lead you to many, out of the mind control, out of the oppression. But the Lord's still going to allow you to be oppressed. He's not saying you're going to get a free ride.
Yeah, it's not a bowl of cherries for any one of us. We don't have it any easier than anybody else. We have it worse because we're targets.
Yeah, look, I just got a friend of mine. He was arrested in crossing the street in Washington, D.C., and the Secret Service arrested him. He's a lamb, you know what I mean? He's one of us. He's therefore a target. And they came up to him and said, "Don't cross over here." And he didn't know who they were. And he sort of said, "Get away from me." And then they arrested him for resisting arrest and assaulting an officer, and he didn't do anything. That happened today. That is typical.
Yeah. It's brutality. It's the police state coming in.
Right, but I'm saying that he's sitting in jail right now with a $5,000 bail.
Wow.
And the problem is he didn't do anything except he was one of us. And maybe the officers involved didn't even know he was one of us. It's just that whatever's animating them came against our friend.
Yeah.
They may not know exactly what it's all about. But they may go ahead and hurt this young man anyway, just because what's motivating them is the dark side against a child of Yahweh.
Yeah. And we don't see things that go on in the spirit realm that are back there influencing how people react and act. We don't always see the fight between good and evil.
Most of these people don't know why they do what they do.
Yeah,
they don't. On the dark side. They don't know why they do it.
It's because they're controlled.
But they don't know that.
Yeah.
They're taught that they're the masters of their own ship.
Yeah. They're all gods.
So they believe that they're just doing fine, thank you very much. They don't think anyone's controlling them. And when you ask them, why'd you do what you do, they say, it's none of your business. If you ask them why they did evil, they'll say it's none of your business.
Yeah.
I didn't do evil. That's your perception. That's your problem, not mine. So it's a colossal battle. I just wanted to weigh in on that. I've been listening to your show, and I just wanted to tell you that it's a topic that cannot be exhausted. You cannot talk about this too much. You mentioned Bryce Taylor, Kathy O'Brien. I'll throw in there Arizona Wilder, and others. These are women.
Does she have a book out? Because I was just reading something about her the other day. Arizona Wilder.
I don't know that. I know her testimony. I know that.
I know she has a video somewhere.
But these are women. How many men are involved in this that have had horrible experiences as children that are afraid to come forward?
Yeah. Well, Paul Bellucci, is that his name, came forward. Yes. He was one of the few males in Monarch.
He's one of but there are many, many more. There's an equal number of males to females in Monarch.
And so you wouldn't know that because only the women come forward.
Well, you have to understand, homosexuality is way more exalted than sex with women.
Yeah.
And the people controlling this are mainly men. And so that the satanic ritual abuse that occurs to males, I know what happens. They get ashamed to say anything about it.
Yeah, they're too afraid to come forward. They're guilt-ridden.
The women have an easier time coming forward. But the men, they're like, I don't want to be a sissy.
Yeah.
I don't want to be seen like that. I don't want to come forward and say, you have to realize the Illuminati, okay, high society, the sexuality that goes on is bisex. There really isn't any, male to female, it's everything.
Yeah, they're all bisexuals. Everybody involved in that whole scheme.
The whole conspiracy is bisex.
Yeah, it is.
And what they want to do